let's talk about sugar and our addiction to it. I have an addiction to sugar. I completely understand there's no judgment here. We are not medical professionals. But this guy here has mastered letting go of that obsessive sugar craze. So let's talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so when I was in 5th grade, I actually gave up all sugar. I gave up cookies, candy, ice cream, pies, cakes, you name it. I never drank soda, so it was totally out of my diet for whatever reason. I just made that decision, which seems pretty strange in hindsight. I eventually, when I got into high school, I started, eating some sugar here and there, and kind of got caught up in that cycle a little bit before switching back and going anti-sugar. I consume, probably less than 10 grams of added sugar per day. I get all my sugar from fruits and veggies and things like that, all natural sugars. But sugar, I mean, the detrimental effects of it is massive. I mean, it causes the most amount of inflammation in your body and probably leads to every single kind of disease out there, way beyond just diabetes or a lot of people think glaucoma or dementia or cancer, etc. It just
Absolutely. I saw a post not too long ago that said sugar in the body can manifest as the acne on your skin. Sugar in the brain can manifest as different mental disorders and illnesses. Sugar in the body can also manifest as the fat, all kinds of stuff. So I completely agree with you on that.
The thing is, it's so hard to decipher even the amounts you're consuming, because a lot of people even think that their beverages contain barely any grams of sugar because of the name of the beverage. So it's really something that you have to be super mindful about and actually read the labels and read the ingredients, because the marketers are geniuses, and so they are trying to focus on stealth marketing to get you to buy without actually having to read the label, because you're trusting them. And when you're trusting big food, it's probably not going to play out in your favor, because it's not going to be whatever they're making is going to be addictive. Whatever they're making is going to get you to buy and spend your money. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't reaching for carrots, even though they're cheaper, more cost friendly, do better for your body.
And are packed with sugar, natural sugar.
Yeah, it does have sugar in it, and it gives you the same energy without the crash.
Yeah, just like honey, just like strawberries, And let's talk a little bit more about hidden sugar. You taught me about this, like when something says no sugar added, yet it has, I think, natural flavors in it.
Yeah.
Or pureed juices in it. You think you're eating something that's healthy, but there's a lot of hidden secret ingredients within that label.
Yeah, I mean, I fell victim to the natural flavoring as well, because you're like, oh, natural lemon must be good. And then all of a sudden, as you look into it, what is a natural flavor? And you find out it's literally MSG. In terms of like the puree, that's literally just a sugar bomb just exploding in your belly. So it's, like I said, it's very deceiving. And if you don't know what you're looking for, again, it can be complicated. It can be hard. It's just when you're not accustomed to reading every label, it makes life very hard to not consume sugar.
Yeah, absolutely. And I asked you, I remember I was like, well, what is pureed versions of these fruits and vegetables have to do with sugar? And you said it's because when you puree it increases the sugar, right?
It removes the fiber content. Even when you're juicing fruits, it removes the fiber, so therefore it's just a consolidated sugar content without the fiber to help it move through your body. And so a lot of times it creates an insulin spike and creates your body to go, it can't decipher between the sugar that you're consuming in that consolidated form and like a candy bar, which is crazy to think about, but it has the same impact on your body, equally the same.
And as a channel, an energy reader, a light worker, what I hear from my guides, because he is more disciplined and more earth-based and health-focused, and I'm more energetic-based and in connection to my guides on a daily basis. And He's also in connection to his guides, but this is how we manifest in our individual realities. What I hear is that the best way to intake food on Earth is to eat food that is directly sourced from the ground, from the planet, or grown off of trees or bushes or what have you, and have it in its raw state. Even when we're cooking the food, my guides explain, also lose some of the benefits. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself and be a completely raw vegan for the rest of your life, because I know that doesn't resonate with everybody's path and everybody's needs, and not everybody also doesn't have access. Yet, if you're concerned about intaking high vibrational food and monitoring your sugar, that's the simplest way, is to relate to the planet in its most natural state.
And for me personally, like, if you want to find what works for you, because again, I don't believe there's a one size fits all formula when it comes to diet, but how does what you're eating make you feel? And if you listen to your body, you'll get an answer. If you're eating something and you're breaking out in rashes, you probably shouldn't eat it. If you're eating something and you're breaking out in acne, that's inflammation. If you're having super crashes after eating something, it's probably not good for your body, because you should have energy from food. Food creates energy. So if you're going in the reverse, there's something in there that your body's not liking. So just pay attention, have that awareness. Again, bring that focus internally and actually feel how you respond to your foods.